Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead. I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head. I'm gonna make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps. Network, I ain't gotta do it by myself. Who you know, show me who you know. Better let them know we bout to blow. It's time to go, go, go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't tryna trade my time, yeah. Simply wanna show you what I'm worth, yeah. Daily I'ma stay on my ground. Have a little faith and go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm on grind like every day, 'cause I want everything. I can do anything. Check my resume. It's people against you. They see what you've been through. But look in the mirror, tap into your spirit. There's power within you. Like LinkedIn, I'm locked in, get the job done when I clock in. I weighed out my options, put the work in, that's action, no lacking, just stacking. Big dreams I'm attracting, no accidents, that's fate. Just go in and have a little faith. Faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead, I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head, I'm gon' make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps. Network, I ain't gotta do it by myself. Who you know, show me who you know. Better let them know we bout to blow. It's time to go, go, go. Go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't tryna trade my time, yeah. Simply wanna show you what I'm worth, yeah. Daily I'ma stay on my grind, yeah. Have a little faith and go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, now go nuts, go nuts, go nuts, donuts, go nuts, donuts, 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 go nuts, donuts, 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 donuts.
Hey there, I'm Trevor Houston, the creator of the Who You Know Summit, and I'd like to welcome you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
On our program, we'd like to show you a job search like you've never seen.
Everything from getting noticed by employers, how to properly format your resume, and how to network effectively using LinkedIn to drive recruiters to your profile.
We even take suggestions from our amazing community.
So if you want to learn all things job search, go ahead and subscribe now.
Focus! It's all about the job search. So if you want to learn how to land that next success, you heard them. All you got to do is subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
Who do y'all know?
Who you know?
Who you know?
Can make all the difference in your job search.
Who do you know?
Who do I know?
Yeah, who do you
And
know?
I know
mine
you.
too, if I was in the job search.
I know him.
I know that guy. That's the job father.
We know you.
Hey, guys, we're super excited. We got an amazing show for you today. But
Right.
before we do anything,
Right.
Let's go to the Lord. Let's go to the
Right.
man
Start it
upstairs.
off right. Do it
Before
right.
we do anything, I'm
Do
just
it
going to put
right.
the whole show on pause for just a moment.
Scared.
All right, everybody,
Yeah.
bow your heads with me for just a moment.
Come on.
Dear Lord, thank you for this amazing, beautiful day. It's gorgeous outside here in Texas.
It
I'm going to
is.
say a little on the warm side, but I love it.
It's
Lord,
gorgeous.
thank you. I'm
Father.
super, super grateful for every blessing that you've given us. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to pour out on these job seekers today. Lord, bless the words that get produced here on this show today to lift these people up. That is the goal. That is the mission. Flow through us today so that we can help someone else. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All
Amen.
right. Let's see who we got online with us. We got, let's see. I see Jim Baller.
Jim
What is
Ballard.
good? Is it Ballard?
Ballard.
Yep.
Who'd you say, baller?
Baller.
Wow.
Andy Cook, Jasmine G,
Baller.
Daryl Perry,
Andy
Paul Haggerty,
Cook.
Michelle Patterson.
What you cooking, Andy?
Hey, we
Hey,
got the
guys.
bow tie guy in the house. Bow tie guy.
Who?
Daryl. What's up? What's
Oh
good,
yeah,
man?
yeah, Daryl.
Yes. Paul Haggerty.
Oh,
Good to
Daryl,
see
you on the bow tie?
Love you guys. Mike Noddleton. Good to see you. Deborah.
Deborah Avery,
Fanny
good to
down
see you,
again.
Deborah.
Now, what happens when Fanny's around?
Everybody loves Fanny.
Everybody loves Fanny.
Everybody.
Yep. Good things
Everybody
happen.
loves Fanny. Love that. And we've got a whole bunch of landings, don't we? We got a lot to be grateful
Oh, yeah.
for, a lot to be thankful for.
As always.
Each week.
As always.
God
like the
blesses
last
us each week like
6
that.
months.
All right, Mark, why don't you start off the
All right, I'm going to
shout-outs?
kick it off because I got the big old list here. We got our one and only good friend, Linda Bernauer. Congratulations,
Hey,
Linda.
Linda.
All right, we got Jeff Rosenzweig. Hopefully I said
Chef
that.
Rosenzweig.
What? Rosen what?
Rosenzweig.
Right, hey.
Yeah,
you say that?
Rosenzweig.
No.
Zweig. Tyler Lee. Hey, congratulations,
Tyler.
Tyler Lee. We know EJ Harris.
We know
EJ.
EJ. We know EJ.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep, Tanya LaFrenz.
Tanya
LaFrenz. Yeah, she got
Tanya the
landed.
recruiter. Go,
Yeah,
Tanya.
Lori Vondersar. Congratulations,
Wow.
Lori Vondersar.
Lori Vondersar.
Yep. Carol Lindberg. Congratulations, Carol
Carol,
Lindberg.
congratulations.
Yep. Mark Levy. Congrats, Mark
Mark,
Levy.
Mark.
And our one, our only good friend as well, Ellie Schroeder.
Hey.
Oh, Ollie.
Ellie Schroeder.
Really,
landed. Yeah.
Alabama, Ollie, really?
Alabama Ellie. Yep.
Congratulations, my
Yep.
friend.
Congrats,
Isn't
Ellie.
that crazy? Because she had come through. I remember that show, actually. She came on. We were at the Star, and we did a show there with Casey Haston from We Are VIP. And Casey Haston is a recruiter.
Right.
And we just were doing the show, like two completely different guests. And Casey ended up hiring Allie, like right there. Just hired her pretty much on the
Hired her,
spot.
put her on the
Yep.
spot. You
Because
remember
of the
Tom
show.
Goller, our first landing from the show? He is not with Frontier anymore. Now he's with a different company. I can't think. It's an
Tom
offshoot
moved?
company, and Tom's at a different company. Tom
Okay.
started 2 weeks ago.
All right. Congratulations,
Congrats
Tom.
to
Yeah.
all
Renee
of
Lazarchik, thank you for hiring Tom. I told you. I told you.
I got two more. Linda Brommer. Linda.
Linda. All right, Linda.
And Jeff, did you say it already? Rosenweig?
Yes, Rosenzweig.
Rosenzweig. Hey, I like
Jeff,
that.
we're going to stick with Jeff.
That's a nice name. Hold on.
Yeah.
Rosenzweig.
Yes.
I
No,
like
I
that
know
name.
that's wrong. I know that's wrong.
That's a nice name. Come on, son.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Let me help y'all out.
let this be an encouragement to you. You know, obviously, we want to celebrate all these folks in their landings, but also let it be an encouragement to you because there's still a lot of people landing. I know that there are some states that are cutting off unemployment, and a lot of people are kind of feeling that crunch time.
Yeah.
But there is plenty of hope out there, and you are going to get landed soon.
Guys, there's a lot of dynamics going on in corporate America that are creating more jobs on top of what's already being created. So we got a lot to lift our chin. You see my chin? What's up?
Yeah. Well, what are the unemployment rates right now? Where are they at?
I didn't see the last week's numbers.
Yeah.
But they are down.
They're down. Yeah.
I know somebody in the audience knows. Put it in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, put it in
Yeah.
the chat. Let us know where the unemployment rates. Because I'll tell you what, I feel like right now participation and the job seekers are down. Like We're not seeing as many.
Yeah,
come
it's
through.
summer. You guys don't give up. Don't give up.
Ooh,
Keep
you think
networking.
that's it. They're on vacation.
The people on vacation because I'm going in 2 weeks. Check me out.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to Mexico next week, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm going to Galveston next week, so we'll all be off. Actually, I think. Well, Foster's going to be
Our
here.
guest speaker last night on the Recruiter Roundup was in Waka City, Mexico.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very cool. So Foster will be here. He'll be manning the ship.
Oh man,
steering the boat. Next
I'm gonna try to
week,
get Fanny to come with me. Hey, Fanny.
There you
Yeah,
go.
shout out Fanny Dunn
Shout out
again.
to
Everybody
Fanny
loves
Dunn
Fanny.
again.
You need to
Tag
come on
Fanny.
over here. Come on over here. Get on the Who You Know show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full show.
Yes.
All right.
Guys, what about the tip? You
Yeah, I got a
of the
tip. I got a great tip, guys.
Come on with the tip.
This might be a little controversial, and I know, Trevor, you and I actually
I
have
like
kind of gone back and
controversy.
forth on this. But how many of you would like feedback from an interview, right? And how many of you are actually getting feedback from an interview? Well, the problem is oftentimes we don't get that feedback. One of the things that you can do, and it's for training purposes only, so it's not like you're gonna, use this and be inadmissible anyway. But take your phone, take a recorder, put it in your pocket, put it in your briefcase, whatever you're doing at that interview, and just turn the record button on. Right, record the interview. And then that way you have something to refer back to. So there's a couple purposes here. Number one, you can refer back to the points and reference those when you follow up, as well as look for any things that you're doing that you might want to change in your interview process. So, that is something that I would say, hey, it's for your own purpose, right? It's for your own training purpose.
Yeah.
There's, I would think, and it would be my opinion, that you don't have to get consent for that because you're going to be the only one that's using it.
It depends on what state you're in. Well, to record a phone call anyway, but this isn't recording a phone call.
Right.
This is just, you're recording conversation. But yeah, I mean, it is controversial, but I was the one that said that, hey, look, these companies are going to use technology to weed you out. Use technology to put yourself in the game.
That's right.
Right? I would record that conversation in the interview and, get yourself a leg up. You don't let them know. You don't tell them.
Right. You wouldn't say, hey, I'm going to record this interview.
No.
Just put it in your pocket, turn the record button on before you go in, and just let that roll. And then now you've got something to refer back to, again, for follow-up and also for correction.
For your purposes.
For your
benefit.
purposes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, don't use it against them and be like, oh, see, you.
Yeah, that's why I said it'd be inadmissible anyway because you didn't get their consent.
Yeah, you're like, the ageism, see? Right there, see? See how they picked on me because of that or whatever?
Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to use it for that. But
all the ageisms.
Very,
all the isms.
very fortunately,
You wouldn't want
can
a
get
job that you guys scared them into hiring you. You wouldn't.
Oh,
want
yeah,
No,
you're right.
you
You wouldn't want that anyway.
But what a great way to see, okay, you can listen to yourself, how you're talking, how you're presenting, how maybe they're responding.
Yeah.
And you can really get a lot of feedback, self-feedback from that.
And if you do that, guys, check it out with a recruiter. Check it out with me. I throw myself out there for you guys to check in with on that kind of stuff.
There you go.
I can't tell you guys how many people I've hired because I don't know.
Well, let's talk about feedback for a second, okay? Let's talk about feedback. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had a video come out just, I think it was yesterday or today or something like that. I don't know.
Super relevant.
It was about feedback,
There you go.
and I think a lot of the job seekers, they ask for feedback, but then they can't. You can't handle the truth, right? You can't handle the
Most of
truth.
the
Right.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
they get that feedback and they're like,
Oh
no.
Yeah, no. But no. I mean, seriously, I think that's human nature. So when we're saying that, we're just picking on, we're just making fun. But seriously, in the real, like a lot of people can't handle feedback. I even sometimes. Because
Oh, I know.
right, I'm so like.
Wait a minute, I'm between you guys again.
Yeah. Because you're building, and,
Right.
and you take it super
Right.
personal.
It's personal. Yeah, you
right?
take it personal. It's not personal, but
Yeah, totally. And for me, it's like, okay, imagine you're an artist, okay, and you're painting, right, and you paint this nice landscape, beautiful, whatever.
You're so proud of it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and you spend all this time and effort and money and everything, and you put your heart, sweat, and your love into it, and then somebody comes over and you're like, hey, what do you think, man? And they're like,
And they go on the negative
well,
with it.
I kind of feel like that tree, you might want to put that over here, and those mountains.
Yeah, those aren't good at all.
It's
You need
different
to
for
Yeah,
everybody.
take the
redo
mountains
those.
out. And you're like, I'll take this canvas. I'm like,
Right. It's just like,
what? That's why I feel like me and Mark get into that. I'm like, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. He's like, you need to just do this over here. I'm like, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Guys, remember that the job search is about those companies. They have pain. We want to solve their pain. It sounds bad when I say this, but guys, it's not about us. It's about what their needs are
100%.
And how we feel those needs.
That's a great point. Great point.
Mm-hmm.
You got to solve the problem. They got some pain point. And you got to solve that problem. What are you laughing?
sorry, I just saw a comment fly by. John Rabelais said, "It's not a tree, it's a cow."
Not a tree, it's a cow.
Oh,
Was that
In the painting.
in the painting?
Yeah.
Was that a dad joke?
wow.
No. Where's your dad joke, Mark?
Yeah.
Come on. Where's your dad joke, Mark?
I was going to talk about the time where my son got detention for telling corny jokes in school, but the punishment didn't fit the crime.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Turn it off.
Foster's
Turn it off.
got one.
Lights. Turn them off.
Turn them off. Guys, which tire does, if you're taking a right-hand turn on any road, which one of your tires does not move? Tell me in the chat. We'll pick up the answer later. Think about that, you guys.
All right. Guys, we got to go to a real quick break because this show's retarded. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We love it.
I know I had more potential than just breaking my back every day for minimum wage, and I knew that there was a lot more out there for me. I just had to find the opportunity to get that. When working from paycheck to paycheck, one of the things that you worry about most is just, paying the bills. The biggest fear for me would be just not knowing, what the next week was going to hold or the next month was going to hold, not being sure of my future. Stopped working for the company that I was working for, and that's when I found Perscolas. Looking back on it now, I can only just think about the opportunities that I've been given from Perscolas and the people that work with Perscolas. And I wouldn't be here at Turner today if it wasn't for that opportunity. I wouldn't have the confidence that I have today if it wasn't for my opportunity.
Hey, Trevor Houston here, and if you're looking for connections to opportunities, free seminars and workshops, to the knowledge and tools you need, and individualized one-on-one coaching for solid plans and solutions, Career and Financial Services is here for you with a holistic approach to educate, empower, and guide you to achieve your desired future. Call today to learn more about how the coaches can assist you to reach your career and financial success.
Hi, this is my very first LinkedIn video. I am Russell Smart. I help to improve operational productivity and performance for business, operational, and project managers by streamlining systems and processes. Be on the lookout for more of my content coming soon here on LinkedIn as I start to share inspirational and interesting ideas. I'm currently looking to grow my network and launch into a new career opportunity. So please do tag any professionals that you know here on LinkedIn below that you think I should connect with. And I'd love to understand how I can help you or what I can do for you. Let's connect. Thanks.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important.
But what? Who you know
What they
can make
said.
all the difference in your job search.
What
Hey,
they
real
said.
quick, shout out to Russell Smart and his video, his commercial. That was really good.
That was
Russell.
good. That was good,
Russell,
Russell.
shout out to you, bro. You did a great job. Hey, guys, we've got a very special guest here with us today. I'm real excited to announce the one, the only, Matthew Warzel. And let me formally introduce Matthew. He probably goes by Matt, but let me formally introduce him.
We call you Matt G.
Matt, he's the president of MJW Careers and is a certified resume writing expert with over 15 years in human resources and career advancement techniques. So, everybody, wow, blah, blah, blah.
Warm welcome.
Warm? Warzel?
Warm
What?
welcome.
Warm welcome For Matthew.
All right.
Matt, say your
I
last name.
always get these entrances, I swear.
Did Trevor pronounce your last name right? Because
Yeah.
that is his
Get
call
your-
sign of mispronunciations.
Hit
for
that
names.
last name for us.
Go with my high school defensive line coach, Warthog. You can call me Warthog. We'll just go with Warthog.
Okay.
Wow, dude,
tenacious,
you're
very
not big and
tenacious.
fat.
Do you go
Yeah,
by
Warzel, but I'll take whatever.
Warzel.
Okay. Do you go by Matt or Matthew? Which one?
Matt's
do you prefer?
fine. Matt's fine.
good, yeah.
Matthew is the appearance with the company. You know, it makes you look like you're smarter.
Matthew was when your mama.
So I gotta
you
do
got in
any
trouble, your
little,
mama
any
called you out.
little shortcut I can get.
Yeah.
All right, hey Matt, real quick, I got a question for you. We're gonna play a game of Would You Rather.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather? And I want the audience to go ahead and tell me this as well down there in the chat. Would you rather forget your password every weekend for the rest of your life, or forget your name every time you meet someone for the first time? What would you rather?
I'd rather forget my password because I would reckon that I'd have it written down somewhere or ask my wife.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Foster? Your password or your name?
I'm with Matt. I'm with the Warthog.
Yeah.
Hey.
What about you?
So did you say the second option was forget your own name?
Yeah. Forget your own name.
Yeah.
Forget your own.
Every time you meet someone for the first time,
Who
you're
you
like,
is?
I'm Foster. Like,
You know, I'm actually going to go with that one because I think it would be fun as a
Fun.
game. So you just make up a name.
yeah,
Hey, I'm Jim Bob.
Jim Bob. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be a good one for you.
yeah. Mark looks like a Jim Bob.
Yes,
Mark
I
looks
do.
like a
I
Jim
do.
Bob.
Yeah.
All right.
But he comes in as a big toe.
We digress. Okay, we like to have fun. So, audience, tell us what would you rather forget your password or your name. Now, Matt, I want you to tell us a little bit about your background before we get into all the tips and tricks and all the fun stuff. Tell us how you got into starting your own career coaching firm. Like, how did you start that?
All right, yeah, thank you for that. The streamlined conversation would be I was a staffing recruiter over at Aerotech. As
Oh,
you guys
wow.
are in the business, I know Aerotech.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Back in early 2000s, which if you ever worked there, you cut your teeth pretty quick and you learn business
That's
acumen
true.
on the fly, which was fantastic.
Real fast.
But I transitioned into HR recruiting just because, I mean, for lack of a better word, it was easier for me and I got paid more. And I took that role, HR recruiting, bunch of different gigs at some Fortune companies for a while, and then got a job out in California. So I relocated from Cleveland to LA and worked for Johnson Controls, recruiting HVAC techs for a few years. And then the bottom fell out in 08, got laid off in 09, and there was no recruiting jobs really going on. And so I thought, well, I'll just start my own little shop. And as soon as I got client number one, I thought this could be something. And that was 2009. So, 11 years later, 12 years later, whatever, I'm still thriving. So couldn't have come at a better time. Like I felt like the world was just on me at that time, and it was so dark. And then now it's like I would never want to go back to being, for anybody who's out there 8 to 5, that's fine. But for me, I like being a small business owner.
I like what you just said, so I'm gonna give you a mic drop for that. Sometimes it feels like the world's against you, right? But there's a higher purpose, a higher calling. There's something God's trying to tell you, and a lot of times when you're in the thick of it, you don't understand it. And I'm actually going through a lot of that right now. It's not like the world is ending or anything crazy, doom and gloom. But I've got a monkey on my back right now. You know that, right? Like that old saying, you got a monkey on your back. Like, so I understand kind of what you're going through and what you went through. But I know, like, I'm asking, I'm like, okay, what's the reason? What's the purpose? Show me the sign. And you'll see it at one point. You'll go, oh, okay. All right, God, I know why you did all this.
Yeah, it's man, sometimes it's just so hard to keep an open mind and have that vision, but kudos to you for having this long-term vision. So, and really
Thank you.
getting to where you're
Yeah,
at. This
stick
is
with it,
great.
man.
Great calling here that you're working and helping people get landed.
Can we talk about resumes for just a second?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, because
Absolutely.
that's my kryptonite. Everybody knows this. Shout out Andy Cook. She's online with us too.
Yeah, Andy's with us.
She's like, she helps me with the resume stuff because I don't know nothing about that stuff.
Yeah, she's like a resume wizard too.
Yeah, she's a wizard. So I want to hear from you because you're a wizard too. So what do you think is like essential for a job seeker to do? Like, because I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like no matter what you do, okay, you're playing Scrabble with a computer system, okay, and if your keywords aren't just right, and if it's not formatted, and you don't know what system, and you don't know what ATS they got, and all this and that, and so no matter what you do, like, you're going in the black hole. Just expect that you're going in the black hole. That's just the first step of the process. That's my opinion on it, my take. Now, I know other people vary. I want to know yours, and then what is something that's like essential? Like, okay, yeah, you're going to go in the black hole, but you have to do this to your resume.
You know, that's great. And I actually agree with you in a lot of the sense. There are 1,000 ATSs, 1,000 rules, all these companies. So I like for my clients to create as logical and linear as possible their messaging and hone in on the content and almost reverse engineer from the job descriptions. Okay, if this is what you're doing, this is what all these job descriptions are saying you got to be doing. Let's write in their content that will show not only can you handle it, but here are real world scenarios that you actually did execute that, and here was the action result based off of that.
Yes,
the
sir.
more numbers we can get in there, the more resonating factors, such as like you said, the keywords. You got to play it because as a recruiter, we know I got to find somebody. I got to start typing in some buzzwords. It is what it is. But I think if you can kind of keep it very linear, quick, and relevant to the role, you'll be in good shape. I mean, honestly, there's only a handful of. I mean, you've got resumes that are infographic, right? And it's like, sure, they might not get through a lot of the bots, and that's because they got text boxes and boards and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Stop worrying about the visual appeal so much and get down to the words. And that's where the wordsmithing is what I think I do really well, and that's why I have clients that have success. Is because you get down to the gritty nitty, and what you do
like that.
Will it impress the readers on the other end of the table.
He's like, I'm really good at Scrabble.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I've got a follow-up question to that because, right now, if it's, I don't want to call it a game, but the challenge is that there are so many different variations of the ATS system. Like you said, there's over 1,000. What is being done? Because, for us to say, hey, that's a status quo, we're just going to have to deal with it. I don't know that that's the way it's going to be forever. And so my question to you is, what are some of the disruptors in that area?
Great question.
And where do you see things going? Is there a fix?
That's interesting. I would say, well, first and foremost, the tech is evolving, and tech is only playing more of a game, more of a bigger presence, right? And the game is being played probably at a higher level than we've ever seen it. But I remember when I recruited back in the early 2000s, we still had applicant tracking systems, but the rules weren't so firm and in place of discounting people, right? It was more of like, will this come through not jumbled? And if it is jumbled, I'll rearrange the resume. But now they set it up because there's so many applicants. Mm-hmm. And so I would say, first and foremost, don't rely on just applying through the career portals, which you should still do because it gets you into IBM, it gets you into Apple software, what have you. But do the workarounds. As far as ATS disruption, I would not be probably the best one to kind of guess what's going to happen with it, only because I'm not a recruiter on a day-to-day basis. I just kind of know how to play the resume so it kind of will work to the best advantage as it could be. But as far as future, I mean, I can't see it going anywhere because it's fairly seamless. This does help recruiters. But don't even worry about that stuff then. Work the angle of finding the company and targeting some people that are in those roles, or like maybe potential managers that you'd be in that function, and really start to give them some advice or ping them with an article about something that resonates with them in their industry or in maybe their competitors doing something or their company, and just give them a kudos and just start getting on their radar. I mean, that's the best way to go about it.
1, 2, 3, mic drop.
That's a triple mic drop in Z formation.
Wait, you're saying get people involved and then provide them value? What?
I know. After 30 minutes of applying, you're not supposed to just take the day off and thought you did your job for the day.
So that I gotta do more than the easy apply, the easy button. I gotta hit that, and then I gotta do something, talk to somebody.
It takes 30 minutes just to apply for one job.
Here's the thing, too, and I think a lot of people are missing this, and you all probably have heard of the correlation between job search and sales. But how many of you are managing your funnel in your CRM, right? I know we've talked with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are, but there are a lot of people that aren't. There's no tracking. There's no follow-up. There's no system to your process in tracking and managing your applications and your interviews. So,
well, what about you,
Matt?
Matt? What are some? I mean, do you have any recommendations for follow-up, for tracking, for CRM, anything like that? Do you have any recommendations for job seekers about that?
Yeah, I mean, keep it simple. I'm a big fan of just an Excel sheet and just making sure that the hardest part is getting people to actually do it. So if you're unemployed and you don't have a calendar in front of you, say like you had a calendar at your old job and now you're like, well, I'm unemployed, so it's out the door. It not only does it benefit you to cross off little wins every day that'll make you feel like you accomplished something, but it'll motivate you to say, I'm gonna actually do this because it's on my calendar today. So I'm gonna follow up with everyone I talk to from June 1st through June 15th. And it's gonna take 3 hours, maybe you have 50, 60 things in there. But I mean, come on, what's a copy and paste and with a little bit of customization on each separate email? So it takes half a day, but at least you feel like you've done something and now you're casting that net and planting those seeds, and who knows when they're gonna start sprouting.
So Mark is super good at this. Like, he's really good about the calendar.
He is.
The calendar, and we've been working on him with the CRM so that we can combine the calendar and a CRM. Because like if it wasn't on his calendar, it wasn't happening. Even if it was in the CRM, but now he's getting really good at doing both. Right, where it's like calendar and CRM.
I was raising my hand as you're.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's me.
I'm the same way.
That's awesome. Okay, let's talk about what people can do to find opportunities now. Like, let's say, as I get this question a lot, like, all right, I'm trying to change industries. Okay, I'm trying to move to a whole new industry. Number one, that's tough because you don't have a lot of experience in the new industry that you're trying to get to. What would you recommend for somebody to hop into a new industry, and then how would they find some opportunities and like uncover some things?
Yeah, I definitely like when you guys mentioned pain points at the top of the show. So trying to figure out why they have that opening and maybe going the extra mile to do something that will wow them on the other end of the table. So if you're doing, say like I had a story about a buddy of mine who told me about a guy that was interviewing for SEO roles, and he literally went and dug up around and figured out where all these broken links were, and sent this report to this company saying, "Hey, I saw you have an SEO role with heavy emphasis on trying to fix these broken links. Here is all the analytics I've kind of come to the conclusion of where your broken links are in the resolution." This took this guy like 2-3 days to do, and the hiring manager was very impressed. He went above and beyond. So if you have a passion, I'll go back a little bit though. If you have a passion and you want to go and switch careers, first start figuring out what it is that motivates you, what tickles your belly, what gets you excited about that position that you want to target. Then go and start researching and figuring out just where you might fit into that space. And if you know where you might fit in that space, go and figure out what is the key technologies, the key methodologies, the processes, the hard skills. What are things that those people are doing, and start figuring out your upskilling plan. Start really looking at CEs, continuing education, because there's a ton of free stuff right now and resources. I mean, look at us. It's not 1980 where we got to go and really chat to everybody to figure out stuff. I mean, things are just at a disposal. So use that. Start really jotting down things that are tangible towards that new role, and figure out how you're going to acquire the knowledge, and then maybe even try to get some experiential learning on the fly, where you might go and offer yourself as a free worker for a month at a company. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a subject matter expert back in college. I mean, I get it. It's this whole like thing now, but it's like, no, this is what we should be doing as kids. You go and learn, and then you build networks that way too, and you really understand where you could fit in that space. If you want to work in advertising, but you don't know where in advertising, well, then go figure it out and research, and don't give up. Stay hungry.
I'll give you a perfect example. I got a story right now. We just hired somebody else. Shout out to Tiffany. And you know what? It's so funny. It happened through Clubhouse. Okay. She came up on stage, got out of her comfort zone, and said a little bit about what she was doing there. And it just so happened to be like about getting people jobs. And I was like, oh, really? Well, I'm the host of the Who You Know show, and so anyways, it got a conversation started. We started talking, and she offered and volunteered to work for us for free, right? And we started to do a little work. She figured out what some of the pain points are, and at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I really want to hire you. Like, I wanted to hire, and so anyways, shout out to her, because she volunteered her time, and that stood out to me. I was like, seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she built a value proposition, and we all should do exactly what Matt said, and then find out through our networking. You thought I was going to say that word, relationships? Well, then we know who we can reach out to and build a relationship with, and then communicate that value proposition. We might know something that company doesn't know, and they need to get us in there to get it going.
You darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, guys, we got to go to a real quick break, but don't go anywhere. We got a lot more questions for Matt.
Right. Yeah, we got Matt, all day. Well, not all day, but you know.
We'll be right back.
So I joined the Who You Know network a few months ago during my job search, just trying to find other avenues that could help me land a position, and I finally have done that. And I thank the Who You Know network for that. It's a great group of people who are really willing to do whatever it takes to help you find a job.
Hello, Who You Know crew. Thank you so much. Just a quick shout out of gratitude to all of you for your help and support during the summit process and beyond. Feeling very accomplished based on the tools that you provided, the support.
I can't say enough about the Who You Know network. Trevor and the guys were very instrumental in making sure that I got increased activity in my job search. Taught me a lot of tools and tricks, a bunch of other stuff that you'd think a guy like me who'd been in the recruiting business for a while would already know, but they've been very helpful, and I would highly recommend them.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but who you know.
That right there.
Who you know can
That
make
logo right there.
all the difference in your job search. Guys, I want to give a special shout out to everybody from that testimonial video. You heard all the powerful words it was talking about, get me out of the black hole and all this stuff. Y'all need to come through the summit.
Yeah, how do they do
They need to come through the summit, right? So if you have never been to the summit, what I want you to do right now, put in the chat, hashtag first time, okay? We're going to get you an invite, okay? If you have been, just put hashtag summit right now down there in the chat. We would appreciate that. And you can find a link to it up in the description. So just go take a look at that.
We've had a bunch of mic drop moments.
We have had a ton of mic drop moments. So
we're on top of job search today. I love it.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's give some shout outs real quick. I got Jason Hopper, my man, in the house.
Margot.
Yolanda, how are you? Good to see you. James Wolf. When I hear that, I'm like,
I see Cato too.
Cato too?
Yeah, we got.
Cat, what's up?
I got Michael Pitten, Nathan Hay. You said Cat.
Mike Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mike Mediterranean. Will McLaughlin. Hey, Will. Good to see you as always. And we got Hope. I do want to also give a special shout out. I forgot to bring it up during the prayer when you're getting ready for the prayer, but Meg Rose, our hype lady, she is out this week. She's had a passing in the family, and so she is tending to family and not with us. So keep her and her family in your prayers. Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
100%. Okay, so now, mic drop moments. We've had a bunch.
Yeah.
What's a good question? What did he say about his last name? He said something about his last name. We were trying to help him pronounce it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What did his coach call him?
Yeah, what did his coach call him, y'all?
Yeah. Tell us that in the chat. And we've got a lot of really cool things to give away. What are we giving away, Matt? Tell us what we're doing for these lovely folks here in the audience.
Job
Sure.
seeker.
I offering up my job hunting kit, which the most generic name you can come up with, but essentially it's just going to be a tool, a group of resources that'll help you on your job hunt. From maybe you had some recent layoffs, so it'll help through some counseling and what to do next, those next steps, how to get set up online, some profile kind of information, how to engage online, all the way through, messaging scripts to cold message hiring managers and recruiters. So, I mean, there's a whole gamut from A to Z. And, it must have, I would say, near 40 documents in it. So it's a nice little kit that'll help keep you busy on the beaches for the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so I see we got some winners.
Yep. And I see a timestamp of 3901.
Oh, 3901?
Yeah.
Who was that?
3901. Christina Matthews.
Christina Matthews.
Congratulations,
Christina.
You guys see how Christina's keeping up with the network? She's got a job, y'all.
And what was the answer?
You know what? That was prayers for Warthog. You know what? Actually, she wrote prayers. I didn't even read her.
You didn't even read her comment?
Oh, wow.
You know what?
Come on, Mark.
Come on, son.
Take my mic away. The next 3905
Trevor,
was
you hit
actually,
him.
we know who that was. Fast Fingers. Jason Hopper was 3905.
Mark.
Come on, son.
Come on, son.
I got the come on, son.
Mark. Come on, son.
I got the come on, son.
You got the come on, son.
Come on, son.
Hey.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll give it to Christina, right? And then also, well, Jason Hopper is a career coach, so
Jason.
he's
Jason's
disqualified.
on top of it, man.
We love you, Jason.
The next one was Jim Ballard.
Jim Ballard.
Jim Ballard.
Ballard.
Yeah.
Jim Ballard.
Jim. I'm gonna call you Jim Baller.
Well,
Baller.
Hey.
It's Jim, you're baller.
Jim's
all right,
on
Jim
top of
Baller. And we're gonna do. How many did we say?
5.
We're
5's
gonna
good.
do 5.
We're going to do 5.
Okay, we're doing 5. So I also see James Wolf. Congratulations,
James
to you.
Wolf.
Laurie Okins with us. Or she didn't get it.
Yep, we got a two-way tie at 3911. John Rabelais and John Allen and Kat O'Toole.
All right. Well, there you go.
So
There it
that's
is.
Congrats all.
There it is.
You got the free job hunting kit. You got
Donuts for the donuts.
Go nuts for the donuts.
Yeah, it'll be donuts coming after you guys finish that information that you're going to get from Matt.
Get on with Warthog.
Ivan Partida. Rentmeester, I see you out there.
Wow. Okay. All right, Matt. You think we're crazy? Because we are.
Matt,
Let's
we
go
are.
to some questions now. All right. Let's see. Have you seen? Because I've seen this. A decrease in the motivation of some of these job seekers because
in the activity
too. And everything. I'm feeling like people are super Zoom burnt. But where are you from again, Matt? Where are you coming in from?
I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay, is it the
wow.
same there? Are people getting burnt out? Are they ready to get out of the house?
It's interesting. I live in a beach community, so it's like no one's ever really.
Okay.
Just
or like rub that in.
But I will say this:
dude.
I'm near Raleigh, the Charlottes of the world, and I'm finding personally, just in terms of influx of clients, I think a lot of people, with COVID and now being able to get out and about, and plus now we're having live graduations and live parties and that kind of stuff. I feel like people are like, hey, I had to get my career stuff going early 2021. Now I might take a breather through the holidays. And I think it started as early as Memorial Day weekend. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to kind of coast through the 4th. And maybe then after the end of summer where kids start going back to school and parents can actually get them out of the house again, might be like a little bit of an uptick. But can you blame people? It's like we've been kind of bombarded by daily to-dos. And kind of, whether even if you're unemployed, I'm sure you took on house stuff and like we're trying to do continuing education because you're able to at home. And now we're all kind of like, we're exploding out. We want to party. We want to go see our friends and go in pools. And, so I feel like
there's a mixture. There's a mixture of things going on. So what I felt was when COVID, first came on the scene last year, if you were first to be online, boom, because a lot of people weren't online. So, we were first.
The numbers were way up.
We didn't skip a beat. we just went skyrocketed. We helped more people last year than we ever had.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
amazing. It was awesome. I was like, man, talk about impact. Thousands of people. It was so cool. Loved it. And then this year, the numbers are not the same. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. We actually have more resources. We're doing more, right?
Well, and Foster had said it's kind of around the whole network.
And so what I feel like's happened is
around
that
the nation.
There's more free resources all over the place for job seekers now because everybody went online and it's all free. And so, like, there's just more out there, and so it's a saturated market. It's just saturated, I feel like. And people are burnt on Zoom anyways. They're just burnt.
Yeah, a lot of people
Matt, let me ask you this, because so North Carolina, North Kakalaki. Is
I
that,
knew that was
is
coming.
that one of the states that is cutting unemployment this month?
Yeah, we haven't been that bad in terms of from the national perspective, but for this month, I'm like you guys at the top of the hour. I didn't see the numbers either, and I'm kind of got some personal things. I got sick, to be honest with you. Not COVID, but I've had a cold for a week and a half, so I've been kind of bare bones doing stuff the last couple of weeks.
Take a break.
But I'd have to look into it. But no, we've actually been we had an uptick, and I don't know where they're at now though. But NC, I'll tell you though, with us, we get a lot of big companies coming into Charlotte and Raleigh now. So I feel like North Carolina is starting to get more and more on the map with having a home for larger firms. But I couldn't tell you the actual numbers right now either, though. Yeah, we're so unprepared with the unemployment numbers today.
Well, I will tell you, and we got some of the numbers in the comments, but, there were over 20 states that were on that list of cutting unemployment. And that's affecting, I think it was 9 million people was the number I saw. I think Andy Cook had put that in there, or maybe 3.3 million. I think that people are at that just kind of precipice of they had that little padding and buffer. Kids are out of school. We're seeing a transition into summer, but I think, buckle up, and maybe you can agree or disagree with this, but we're about to see a huge influx of job seeker activity. So, if you guys are staying diligent and active right now, you need to be.
Yeah, there'll be an uptick of jobs. A lot of the dynamics that are happening right now with companies and people getting back to normal and all that sort of thing is actually creating more jobs on top of what we were already used to. And Matt, if you allow me to be the net weaver that I am, our first major coach in the network lives and just moved to Wilmington, North Carolina about a year ago.
Is that Andy?
Dr. Jane Ryan.
Oh, Jane.
So I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Jane Ryan on LinkedIn.
Oh, that's fantastic. I would so appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like resumes go and, having the mechanics and all that, like that is definitely one of your fortes. You did talk about this a little bit, but what are some of the other ways that either A, you could differentiate your resume, or B, differentiate yourself, right, in your job search and in the networking?
That's great. Well, and I'm a big believer of the summary sets the tone. I take pride in my summaries to really communicate what your unique selling proposition is. I call it the USP for my clients. What makes you? What value you can offer for that opening role to get these people excited to keep reading.
Right.
Personally, we all, as recruiters, we all have our different habits. Some recruit on the role, some and not the candidate, and some just go right to the experience or to the education to see if they're even a match for certain mandates. But for me, I like to keep presenting almost like a story. I mean, not with overflowing of words, but a linear kind of. Here's a summary. Here's some hard skills that keep the resonating factor going. Here's some accomplishments that are your top 5 real wow statements that, again, relate to the role, maybe has a bottom line impact or really unique, and then get into the experience. So I find that if you can play that game, the resume game, and pass the 6-second eye test, if it does meet human eyeballs, you'll be in good shape. But unique selling proposition, value offerings up front. I love that. Really sets the tone, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a question for you. You know that saying, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? So in this digital world that we're living in, what comes first, the resume or the LinkedIn? If you're a job seeker, which one do you go for first, like to optimize?
Both.
Exactly.
Chicken and egg. Love it.
My bare bone package is literally resume, cover letter, LinkedIn. If you got the trifecta, everything else you can kind of start to piece together as you go. But you gotta. I love when people ask me, "Do I need a LinkedIn?" And I'm like, okay, 90 to 95% of recruiters are on LinkedIn and vetting people. You have to have it, and it has to look sharp. It cannot be that skeleton with no profile picture. That's dead in the water. You got to take it serious.
Guys, don't send me a resume if your LinkedIn says that you're something else.
Oh.
So, Matt, I was looking for a implementation project manager about 2 years ago, and I got a wonderful resume. And when I looked on the guy's LinkedIn, he was a restaurant manager.
It's funny you guys mentioned that, and as far as like chicken and the egg. So I was on Amazon the other day.
Oh my God.
And I ordered a chicken and I ordered an egg.
Dude,
I'll let you know.
Here we go. Do what?
I said I ordered a chicken and an egg.
Right.
I'll let you know.
Wow, dude. That gets no mic drop.
I like it.
Golly.
Mike goes up on that one.
I can't. Stop with the dad jokes. All right. So let's talk about LinkedIn, okay? Because we heard some tips you have for your resume. Let's talk about some LinkedIn tips. How do we optimize this thing? What do we really need to do? Or actually, you know what? Forget that question. I mean, that's a good question, but I got a better one for you. What's the best story that you've seen a job seeker, how they've used their LinkedIn profile to really stand out and get attention?
Yeah.
That's good. I would say I heard a story of a guy who was applying for a copywriter role at a New York City advertising agency, and he found the hiring manager, found their Venmo, and sent them a request with his LinkedIn profile saying, "Check me out, I'm your next copywriter." And the request was for $50,000, which was the salary for the year. And the hiring manager was kind of taken back that this was pretty gutsy. But he brought him in for an interview and gave him an internship. So, I mean, if you can think outside the box like that, whether you're sending a resume or a LinkedIn, whatever, but make sure it backs it up then, right? So you can't be too creative and then all of a sudden you're, not putting much effort into the marketing collateral. But just for what it's worth, I thought that was a cool story. I thought that was pretty neat. And I don't know if he used LinkedIn to get to the guy or whatever, but it worked.
That's creative.
Yeah.
So you said marketing collateral. How important is marketing in your job search?
It's everything. It's your brand, especially nowadays with the TikToks and the Instas and all this stuff. Oh. Everyone's a brand, right? And so nice. And so use LinkedIn to comment on people that you want to hang out with professionally. Go and talk to them on their posts and share stuff. I mean, I know Andrew Siemens, the guru for LinkedIn job stuff, career stuff. So I'm always on his radar trying to just kind of be in his face. And that's how I have to function for my business. So do yourself a justice and spend some time on LinkedIn. And moreover, think of ways to present yourself on LinkedIn through posts that offer value. So if you're someone who's a culinary chef who knows, has got 20 years in the industry, who wants to go find a nice job as another chef, start sharing recipes or like shortcut hacks or stuff like that. And you can use your LinkedIn, and then you can even snowball it over to like YouTube and other platforms to start building a little bit of a mini audience. I mean, this stuff is at our fingertips.
That didn't make any noise. Hold on. Wait. There, right in the donut.
Put a picture of a final product on your LinkedIn background, maybe.
Well, okay, so I like what you said there because it's not just LinkedIn. You talked about TikTok and you talked about, YouTube and the way I look at it is you need to get your message out, right? You are now, I hate to, it sounds like this, I hate to say it this way, but you are now on the market. You're for sale. You know what I'm saying? You're for sale. You put yourself on the market. Somebody's got to purchase you, and they got to purchase your services, right? So you got to bring that message out there.
Yeah.
And then whatever channel is going to give you the most visibility, right? I don't care if it's TikTok, and it could be TikTok, guys. I want you to understand it could be that. You know how much of an organic reach is on TikTok still, right? More than LinkedIn.
Yeah,
So
it is.
if it's TikTok and you get out there and you're talking about you're an HR professional and you're like, you got your phone and you're doing little, selfie videos and you're like, hey, this is what I do and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at this company and da-da-da-da-da. And you start to get that message. The more eyeballs or the more ears that get to hear your message, the better.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. We're all fighting for eyeballs.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. We all are fighting for
And
eyeballs.
one thing, guys, that I have noticed, and I push all the time in my meetings, is that value proposition is worth this, guys. It's worth money. When you look at it, the majority of the people that get laid off are baby boomers and Gen Xers. Why is that? Because we make a little bit more money than most of the people out there. But you know what? That value goes with us. If you want to buy me, hey, you got to pay me.
Oh,
Yeah.
pay me, sucker.
Pay me.
Hey, we've talked about a lot of to-dos. What are some don'ts, right? Like, what are some of the major mistakes? Maybe it's on the resumes. Like, what are some things that you're seeing?
I would say if you're getting someone, not that you have to go and hire people like me, a resume writer, but if you are going to do it yourself or have someone do it, you got to be very careful, because as we all know from being recruiters, 6-second eye test is real. When you start, and once it becomes innate, it's on forever. And when you look at a piece of paper and you can validate someone that quick to give yourself that notion of, okay, I'm going to go 2 minutes now because I actually do think this person might qualify. But you got to get that first 6 seconds. So the worst mistake is having it too fundamentally put together, too fundamental layout, too fundamental sentences, very task driven. The biggest mistake I see on LinkedIn right now is they're not letting the auto population take over. So if you're putting in Ohio State University, let it auto populate Ohio State University for recruiters that are using LinkedIn to be able to search through if they want to see someone from Ohio State. So I'm finding a lot of people are kind of still entering the old manual clunky. Let LinkedIn take over now with the whole auto population. That's my biggest one for LinkedIn right now, I think.
That's good.
Yeah,
man.
that's really good.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're telling you what to put in there.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel in the format you want it to be in?
Right.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And you got to be on that list. Like he said, if they're searching through Ohio State University, you got to be on that list, right? And they're clicking on it, and that's what's pulling up. So
Yeah, no, that's
UCLA.
the manual may not get you there.
All right, I got one last question for you. Who's your football team?
Come on, baby. We relevant again.
Dude, really?
Oh,
See
yeah.
that?
He's from Ohio, right? I think.
Yeah,
Did you grow
buddy.
up in Ohio? Did you grow up in Ohio, Matt?
Yeah, I grew up in Cleveland. I'm a season ticket holder still to this day.
Oh, okay.
Dang,
Okay.
okay.
Wow,
For
dude.
real.
Oh, yeah, he's
your
for
dog
real.
pound. Check you out.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're ready.
Nick Chubb.
Is I'm not this big into football, but I'm just curious. I could be totally wrong. Is Odell Beckham still there?
Oh, he is.
He
Oh,
is,
we
okay.
got OBJ.
Okay.
LSU in the house, baby.
I remember when he caught that ball. He
One-handed
playing,
it.
playing the Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
Behind him like this.
Yeah,
with
it was
three
wild.
fingers. I was like, dang, that dude can catch a ball.
And he can move too. That dude
Oh my
he
God.
got some
He
wheels.
practices them one-handed. He practiced the one-handed.
definitely.
I was
He does.
gonna say something, Matt, because I'm a Bears guy,
Oh,
right?
God.
I'm a Bears guy, so because I grew up in Northern Illinois, so I was gonna talk about Andy Dalton, but different team in Ohio, so different.
And I'm Raiders. The Raiders.
Bengal, right? Bengal.
Hey, audience, tell us in the chat.
Oh, that's great.
Tell us in the chat who is your team.
Who is y'all's team? Come on, Cowboy fans.
Come on, Cowboy. Let's represent Cowboy Nation.
Packers. Ooh, Baker, Odell, and Jarvis. Golly.
Give a few more
Oh, we're
shout-outs.
good this year.
We got some
Finally.
Chiefs on there.
John Allen Rebelade, Dumpers.
No, John.
Yvonne Rentmeester, who's your team? I know who your soccer team is, but who's your football team?
John, I appreciate you and all, you know what I'm saying, for tuning into the show, but come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You know, I gotta
Eagles?
give Trevor a
Hold
little
on,
bit
hold
of
on.
head.
James
Trevor's
Wolf.
got
James
a real
Wolf.
cool
James
cowboy
Wolf.
hat. It's a big one.
Oh, wait,
I try to
wait,
get
wait.
him to wear it all the time.
Wait. James Wolf. James.
What's James
Eagles?
talking about?
Eagles?
No, James. No, B.
Come on, man. Come on, son.
Paul Haggerty,
Wait,
too. Paul
this is
Haggerty
for
said
James.
Yvonne says Manchester City.
James, this is for you. I love you, man. You're watching the show right now, but this is for you. Come on, son.
James. Hey, James. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Guys, do me a big favor in the audience. I want you to do me a big favor. And if we can pull up Matthew full screen, pull him up, or actually pull up the 4 box. Pull up the 4 box.
Pull up that 4 box.
And if we can do this real quick. Audience, what I want you to do is take a screenshot, okay? Take a screenshot with your phone or whatever device you're on. Just go ahead and take that. And then I want you to post this thing all over social media. I want you to tag Matt, okay? Tag Matt and tell him how much you appreciate him coming on the Who You Know show. Maybe something you learned, but this is a great piece of content for you. And I want you just to blow him up with appreciation. Matt, thank you
this is a good
so
show.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
What we
that
need
was
to
really
hear
nice of
you
you.
talked
Thank you.
about. Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, blow him up.
I think he's in the frame below me, so that's why I was pointing down.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Let's give some quick shout outs. Lori Oken says, "Go Bears." Sorry.
You know Laurie was going to say that.
Lori, that's for you.
Yeah, Lori.
All right.
Mark likes that.
Jason Hopper, good to see you. Said, don't forget to hit that share button.
Carla
Absolutely. Hit that
Ford.
share button.
Oh, wow, Carla Ford. Yes, St. Louis Cardinals. Really?
Nathan, I like his comment. He said, 3, 2, 1, smile. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Cool, Nathan.
You know, we got a Dolphins fan in the house.
Yeah, we had we had 2 of them. There was somebody else there.
Sonia, what's good?
Sonia Broom in the house.
I'm okay. Look, I'm okay with the Dolphins, but Jim Baller,
What'd Jim say?
Washington football team.
No, Jim. No.
We can't have the Eagles. We can't have the Giants.
We can't have no Washington.
Or Washington.
We can't have that.
Come on, son. Cowboys Nation. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say
Nation.
Cowboys Nation, but I say no Washington.
Matt,
All right, guys.
thanks again. Guys, hey, many blessings to you. Have a productive week. Have a positive
guys.
week.
Have a blessed week. Get out there, pray about it, and keep going, guys. Don't stop. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Get it.
Don't
Guys,
stop.
that's the
Get it,
show.
get it.
It's all about
Who y'all know.
No.
Let me show you.
Trevor Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app coming soon. You never know how this show could help someone you know. And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about Who You Know. Bye!